Hey everyone, Scottish92 here with my second, technically speaking, my fourth, I think, video of the 7 days, 7 videos. So let's get this started. So in this video, this wasn't actually requested. I only got, I think, three requests, and I'm still working on one of the videos. The other video is actually a collaboration video which a user requested, and I fully support doing collaborations. So that video will hopefully be up on Thursday, depending on when or not I can get my part filmed. So this one is actually one I've been planning on doing for a wee while. I wasn't too sure if I should dare or wait to do it until Mass Effect 3 was closer, but I thought why not, since Mass Effect has such a variety of characters. But instead of restricting myself to like Mass Effect characters, I'm actually going to do something called gaming characters. Gaming character. Well, basically, I'm just going to select a character and tell you how my impressions of them as I played the game. And I thought I'd start with Mass Effect. Actually, that is actually one of the more interesting characters, especially for this trilogy. Now, welcome to the first one. I'm going to be doing Dr. Liara T'soni. And I'm going to tell you what I thought of her from Mass Effect 1 and how her character evolved in Mass Effect 2, and what I think she'll be like in Mass Effect 3. So, I'm going to do this with a couple of Mass Effect characters. I'm starting with Liara because I think she's one of the more interesting ones. And then I'm going to do Tali, Garrus, Rex, all these characters. Not in particularly that order, but if you have any requests for a character you want me to talk about, it can be from any game, just put it down below. So I'm going to start with Liara T'soni. Now, her character, when you first meet her in Mass Effect, now, in the Artemis Tau cluster, I think. I also can't remember what cluster, star system, or what the planet name is, but it's an ancient Prothean dig site that she's at, and it's been attacked by the Geth, and you meet up where she's trapped in a sphere, which kind of shows her character's a little bit clumsy-ish, not extremely clumsy, like constantly falling over her feet, but a wee silly mistake that she is making, and she's also quite a naive character when you first meet her. And once you save her from there, she doesn't do much. She has biotics, but at the start, when you first meet her, she doesn't do a lot. I don't even think she uses any of her abilities. But then she's just like cowering down. She even says that in Mass Effect 2. But when you rescue her, you find that she's well, you already know this, but she's a very intelligent Asari. She's 106, if memory serves me, and she's one of the most intellectual persons and deals primarily with the Protheans, which is a good thing because you are interested in them. And what I like about her character, this is you get to see her character evolve. She says this early on that she's not used to being around humans. She actually finds humans quite intimidating, which is something that I found quite interesting. Like, she's never been around humans a lot, she doesn't understand us, and basically Shepard is defining how she kind of views humanity. And one of the interesting things that Shepard says is, well, we don't have the luxury of time. And then she says that she finds that as a strength because you just have to do the things you want to do in a short period of time compared to an Asari who lives for 1,000 years. Now, her character at the start, you get to know her, you get to go as a good friend, and if you want to, you romance her. Which is it actually isn't just like your random, like, role-playing romance where, like, you meet them, they love you, but it actually builds up throughout the game as you constantly speak with her. And you get to care for her, it goes quite affectionate, and her character becomes more open, if you will. She becomes less naive, still a wee bit awkward around people. She stumbles with her words a lot at the start, and then as she gets closer and closer to you, you get to see what really has. And one of the most emotional scenes in Mass Effect, in my opinion, is if you take Liara to Noveria, where she meets her mother. That's quite an emotional scene, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. And it's quite interesting how her character acts around when her mother's dying. And I find it really interesting, and she's a very good character for that factor. Now, as you get towards the end of the game, and you get to Ilos, if you take her with her, she wants to know everything she can about the Protheans, especially from Vigil. And now Vigil gives you as much information as you can about the Mass Effect, the relays, the Protheans, the area you're in, the Reapers, everything. And she's like an oozing intelligence at this. And it really shows in her character at the end what she's like. And this goes into, actually, not Mass Effect 2, but Mass Effect Redemption. She got a comic book series. If you didn't know, I have read it all, and in my opinion, really shows how her character changed after Shepard's death. And it showed that she was looking for Shepard's body. And what I loved about this comic is it showed her character evolution. It showed her evolving from this naive, awkward around people Asari who preferred the company of basically an ancient old dig site, to being able to talk to people. She still has the wee hints and all that, but who can kick ass. Her biotics are absolutely brilliantly portrayed in this. She shows her character. She knows how to fight now. She knows how to fight. She knows how to defend herself, and she can kick fucking ass. Let's just say that. And what I like about it is how emotional it makes it seem. Even though, like, in the comic books, it doesn't even tell you if she romanced her or she was a friend. But it always hints that she's always, even though if you stay friends with her in Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, it shows that she has feelings for Shepard. She has feelings. She wants to have a relationship with Shepard, but she doesn't want to push him, which I find really interesting. And it shows her evolution is when she finally gets to the Shadow Broker, and why, in Mass Effect 2, she's better. She's very secretive. She's more secretive around Shepard than anything. She's like, I can't tell you what I'm after or why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if you help her out a wee bit, she does give it a lot of it. And it shows that she feels very guilty for what she's done to you. Like, she feels glad that she saved your body, but she feels guilty for giving you to Cerberus because she wasn't too sure, would you come back the same? How would you feel about her? And also how you would have changed from coming back from the dead, basically. And that's what I loved about it. It showed the really strong emotional tie. Now, if you romanced her, which my Shepard did, it shows that she still has, her feelings are very conflicted at the minute. She's not too sure. She still loves you, but at the same time, she doesn't know if you're the. She's kind of like, I don't want to force him into something. He might be a completely different person from when I knew him. He's been dead for 2 years. So, well, he or she. Sorry, I'm just going to be he with my Shepard. And it's finally flushed out in the DLC, which I consider the best Mass Effect 2 DLC, Lair of the Shadow Broker, where it finally flushes out what happened to Liara, why she's bitter, why she's guilt-ridden, and why she's so determined to get the Shadow Broker, because she wants to save a friend who helped save Shepard as well. Fair enough. Should probably mention it earlier, as mentioned in the comic. And she, in a way, my Shepard romanced Tali in Mass Effect 2, and he romanced Liara in Mass Effect 1. And he still has feelings for Liara, and Liara still has feelings for him, but he's not a cheater. He's in a relationship with Tali, and he's not going to cheat on Tali, even though he loves Liara, but he loves Tali as well. And the way that she acts around him is like she might have strong feelings for him as well, but she even says it, we're just good friends, that's all it is. And Masha was like, there's got to be something more there. And I love that her character, she's much more stronger than she was in Mass Effect 1. She can kick ass, she is determined to kill the Shadow Broker. And even though she's strong, she's independent, she can kick fucking ass, she still feels that even though she's done absolutely amazing things since Shepard's death, she still feels that Shepard's looking out for her. She still feels that no matter how much danger she gets in, Shepard is the only one that can get her out of it. And even Shepard says that's what friends do for each other, Liara. But she sees it another way. She sees it that no matter how strong I become, you always seem to be there to help me out and never let me down. And in a way, the way she says it, it's like she kind of feels likes it. She likes the fact that Shepard will be there through thick and thin for her. But at the same time, she kind of feels like she can't do anything without Shepard. She couldn't have taken on the Shadow Broker without Shepard. And in a way, it's tough to say if she could. But as the Shadow Broker is at the end, spoiler, as you get to the Shadow Broker and she's killed, she finally becomes the Shadow Broker. But at the same time, she kind of doesn't want to become, but she knows that if the Shadow Broker's resources go, there's too many to let go. They have to have these resources. And it shows that she's very hurt by this. She doesn't want to do it, but she knows she has no choice. She has to keep this going, keep this information going in a way to help Shepard. And that's what I like about her character. And of course, you hug her, she kisses you. You can choose at really that point whether or not you want to continue the romance with her or stay loyal to your romance in Mass Effect 2. I stayed loyal to my relationship in Mass Effect 2 with Tali, but Mass Shepard still has feelings for Liara, but he's not a cheater. He's never been a cheater. He is loyal to Tali, he loves Tali, he loves Liara, and it's going to be one hell of a triangle for me in Mass Effect 3, I'm telling you right now. Hopefully I can convince him into a threesome. But it's really what I loved about her character is you got to see the evolution of it. You got to see that her character building and becoming stronger and more independent. And from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 2 and then eventually Mass Effect 3, which I'll get to in a minute, you will see the evolution of her character. You see her from the very beginning to the very end. That is what I love about the Mass Effect series, all these characters that come back and you grow to care for. And as I say, it's my Shepard. At the moment, he's Liara's his BFF, best friend forever until Shepard kicks the bucket. And that's what I like about it. Liara's the only person that, well, besides is the closest thing to really a sister he's ever had, but at the same time, it's a romance and shit like that. I've made it sound like incest. But he's not sure how he feels about Liara, if he feels the exact same way. He does love her, but he doesn't know if he is in love with her enough to continue a relationship after 2 years of being basically dead. Now let's get to Mass Effect 3. So Mass Effect 3, it's tough to say what she'll be like. As you know, she is the Shadow Broker. She has information on everyone. So I'm thinking that will play a major part in it. And also show how her character has changed as well. And how she may have had to have hardened over the time. She will probably, I can probably guarantee she will most likely either be at Shepard's trial or be watching Shepard's trial. One of the two. Right, she'll probably even slide a couple of things your way to help ease the way to basically say, Reapers. So it's tough to say really what her character will be like. I'm thinking it'll change a lot, but at the same time it will still have reminiscent of her parts from Mass Effect 1, the same Liara we've always known. And maybe even if, hopefully, by the way, hopefully you've done this, the next Normandy has a bar, you'll be sitting there having a drink with her. It'll be quite interesting to see how her character has changed. And how but as they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. So it's tough to say what the character will be, what Liara will be like in Mass Effect 3. I'm hoping she will have evolved even more as a character, more independent, more stronger. That's all I can really say about it. It's tough to say what she'll be like. And hopefully they'll show a full trailer dedicated to Liara. I'm hoping. I'm hoping they do what they've done with Mass Effect 2, like reveal characters bit by bit and showing them a full trailer. But as they say, not every party member will be permanent, so it's tough to say, will Liara be a permanent party member? Will she only be with you partway through the game? It's tough to say. So let me know down below what you think of Liara. What's your impersonation of her? How do you think she'll evolve in Mass Effect 3? Thanks for watching as always. I will be doing another one of these probably sometime next week, I'm hoping. If you have any requests, put them down below. It could be any gaming character. By the moment I want to concentrate on Mass Effect characters, we'll have to build up to Mass Effect 3. And maybe after that I'll do Dragon Age or Gears of War, but if I can play Gears of War so I can't do that. Duke Nukem events, things like that. So as always, I'm Scottish War 92. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. If you didn't, click the thumbs down button. As always, if you want to see more videos like these, please don't hesitate to click the subscribe button above my head. As always, I'll see you.